What's up guys, this is Ronnie. Welcome back to our channel Total Technology Zone. This is tutorial 1 and this is going to be a brand new series or a playlist, you can whatever you can say. So basically in this playlist or in this series I'll be going to talk about and I'll teach you guys OpenCV5 for which is very important for computer vision deep learning. Okay, and our programming language will be Python, so we can call it learning OpenCV5 with computer vision with Python. Okay, so this is going to be a really interesting series. Our main objective will be computer vision or deep learning, focusing on OpenCV5 module. And while doing various use cases with with OpenCV5 for deep learning and other things, I'll be going to or maybe I will introduce some other libraries, whatever is useful, right? So mainly we'll be going to deal with images, different images, video files, etc. Okay, we'll try to integrate multiple like camera devices, maybe your webcam, maybe street cam, dash cam, and we'll try to incorporate multiple interactive projects. Okay, so this is going to be a very interesting series and I'm excited to teach you guys, and hopefully you guys are equally excited to learn. Okay, so just stay tuned, and as always my playlist or tutorials are going to be very much hands-on driven. I'll be going to do less theory because theories and other things you guys can get it from internet, but mostly I'll try to I will try to break down the tutorials in multiple small use case driven approach, and later on we'll try to build some project while using those small use cases. Okay, and this OpenCV5 is very important because I think this is the latest module or latest release from OpenCV. I think the last version was OpenCV4. This is OpenCV5. They introduced some C++ wrapping. So if you're using Python, you will be able to see a lot of like speed enhancement and other things are there. I'm not going to do in those details. You can get it from the OpenCV5 documentation. Okay. So our first tutorial will be image read and write using OpenCV5. This is the first objective, like how to read and write using OpenCV. Okay, and the prerequisite is this NumPy, SciPy, and this one. Okay, if you install these two modules, this will be more than enough. Okay, for reading the file, we'll be going to use imread function from the CV2. CV2 is actually the import name of OpenCV. Okay, okay, and for writing, we'll be going to use imread function from OpenCV. Okay, and the source code will be available for this tutorial in this directory. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me start working on my main code. If you see, I have an image here, like in the tutorial one directory. Like this, we'll be try to read this image. Okay, so first thing first, import CV2. Okay, right, and then what we'll do, we'll be going to create a variable input. Okay, and in the input what we'll do, cv2 dot im read. Okay, and inside that I'll be just going to write down the file path. So just because it's a Python, sorry, Windows, I have to use this r raw string or else it will not work. Okay, and once this is done, what I'll do, I'll just going to write print input. Okay, okay, basically every image is represented as a NumPy array, a multi-dimensional NumPy array with 3 channel, and each channel will be going to be represented by 0 to 225. Okay, 0 means it's black and 225 sorry 255 means it is uh, white. Okay, so if you see here, it's a multi-dimensional NumPy array with 3 elements, right? And each element is basically representing 1 pixel, and 255 means white. If you see here, 90% of my image is actually white, so that is why most of the cases you will see white, and some cases it will be like this part will be black because this, but just because we have, you cannot print everything here, so that is why some parts are actually this out of scope. Okay, and as I said, it is actually going to be a NumPy array. So what you do, if you just type this thing So you'll be able to see it is actually a NumPy array. Okay, yeah, NumPy ND array. Okay, and right. So maybe I can try something else as well. Shape. Okay. Mm, oh, sorry, it is going to be double. Let me. Yeah. So see, it is actually 225 by 3, means 225 rows are there and 3 columns are there. Like this columns are there. I mean this, and basically it has 225 elements, right? So this is the third dimension. This is the row. Okay, this is a three-dimensional array. First of all, you have to understand, and every dimension of a every element of a three-dimensional array is actually a two-dimensional array. So basically, every element is actually this. Like this, we have total 225 elements are there. Okay, so that you have to understand. Okay, now we read the object. Okay, now what we'll do? Now we'll be going to create output out of this. Okay, so what we'll do? We'll just going to write output equals to cb2 dot im write. Okay, so I am write takes actually file name and image. Okay, so let's write my file name. Okay, so what can I write here? Let me write my file name is actually new dot, let's say, new dot png. Okay, and which file I'll be going to take? The file will be input. Okay, if I execute line, you will be able to see a new image here. Okay, let's see. You see a new image created here. Okay, and let's execute. It's also same, right? Okay, so now by default, couple of things you have to understand. By default, CB2 reads the image as a BGR format. BGR format means blue, green, red. It is not RGB. It is the exactly reverse orientation of RGB. So BGR you have to remember. And if you want to actually read the image in grayscale or other, you have to use something called CB2 dot image color type or something like that. Those things will be discussed in the next tutorials, how to read the image in a specific format or order. But this is going to be a very interesting one, how to read the image and how to write the image. And now a couple of things I'll introduce here. First of all, let's say I read the image as a PNG format. Now I want to save it as JPG. You have to just write JPG. You will see the image is actually getting converted into JPG. See here, right? This is going to be very interesting. So image conversion we just now learned from this small piece of code, and also we just learned how to read an image, how to get the image information, and after that we'll be going to see the image can be represented as a NumPy array. We saw the image like bytes, and we saw the image like representation between 0 to 255. 0 means black and 255 means is actually white. And after that we saw how to write back the image into a new file. And also we have seen how to convert the image from PNG to JPEG, right? So very exciting times are coming. So hopefully you guys are going to practice this thing. Please try to practice and try to include some more use cases. For example, we just read images, one single images. I want you to actually read multiple images and try to play around with this thing. And if you are already started working on computer vision, or maybe if you're working with some computer vision project, maybe for your client, or for maybe many of you are already started working as a what I say, like college project, right, or university projects. If you have some problem, just let me know. I'll try to incorporate all those things in the upcoming tutorial, or else we can you can communicate with me via Telegram channel, or maybe you can reach out to me via email. Okay, so that's it, enough of talking. But before I conclude the tutorial, I would like to say a couple of things. Guys, please try to subscribe to my channel if you're watching this video for the first time. If you are already watched my previous videos but haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because it's a request and this is a personal request. Until and unless you guys don't subscribe, my channel will not grow, and I love to grow, guys, because the moment you guys start subscribing to my channel, my audience base will increase, and I'll try to, actually I'll be able to reach large number of audience, and I'll get some push from YouTube algorithm as well. Okay, and to help me with the algorithm, try to share my videos, try to like the videos, try to hit the bell notification icon, and also if you enjoy the videos, try to put some comments, so it will increase the engagement ratio on my videos, right? Okay, so please help me guys grow. I need your help to grow. So that's it. Okay, so I'll be just going to conclude the video over here. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, goodbye, have a nice day, and happy learning.